That membership fee is a business VIP membership, and that's $99. So that's once a year. You don't got to worry about that anymore. It's $99. That takes care of everything. And the reason why you want to do that is because it qualifies you for many things. And one of those things is all of the compensation that's available with the VMM Cashback cryptocurrency reward system. And you want to be able to have advantage of all of that. And so this membership package gives you that ability to have access to everything. Then once you're in, once you have joined as a business VIP member, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to sign up for a 1-month subscription. Now that 1-month subscription to the VMM Cashback cryptocurrency reward system, where you can make up to 50% of what you spent, you're going to make up to 50% of that back to you in the VMM token. To do that is $150. So you have that fee of $150 for your subscription. And now you can put in all of your receipts that you receive, and you can get up to 50% cash back. And this is very easy to do. I mean, that's what makes this so easy, is because you don't have to change any of your behaviors. You just do what you've always done, spend the money the way you've always spent, and you're going to get back up to 50% in cryptocurrency rewards. And you'll get $320 a month. So you put those in, all of a sudden now you're $320 in cashback rewards. That's the limit. So that means what happens if you get like $520 in cryptocurrency rewards? What happens to that extra $200 in cryptocurrency rewards? Well, it rolls over to the next month. Isn't that cool? So you don't lose anything, right? Nothing gets flushed away. You always get it. It rolls over to the next month, so that now you only have to participate by getting $120 in cashback cryptocurrency rewards. So you take that $320, you spent $150. So now what have you made? Well, you've made yourself $170, right? So you're in a positive cash flow right from the very beginning of this. I don't know of any other business that you can get involved with where you can have that positive cash flow right out of the chute. And then if you really don't want to even keep track of your receipts and you just want to put it on complete autopilot, you can get the 1-month data receipt program, which is $110. And now you're making what? $110? You're making $60 a month. Again, without doing anything. This takes care of all of that for you. So now you're making $60 a month, doing nothing basically. So what does this lead to? Well, because you've paid that $99 membership fee, you're going to be able to here we go, to get all of the compensation plan as an affiliate. That means you're going to get daily bonuses, you're going to get leadership matching bonuses, and you're going to get monthly payouts for a global sales bonus pool. So we take all the money of the company, all the revenues, and take a percentage of that, and that goes out to those who qualify for that bonus pool. So let's talk a little bit about how this works in real life for you. Well, one of the first things that you can see as you get in here is you want to become a star. So how do you become a star? That first step. Well, what you need to do is you need to first join the program, right? And then you get 6 more individuals or 6 more accounts. So another account that you might open up for your child, or another account that you might have, that counts as one of your 6, right? So you get 6 more accounts of other people or just other accounts into your system, where you personally sponsor that position into your business. Now, because this is a binary, now a binary means there's one side and a second side. So there are 2 sides of your business that you can build. And you need to have at least one personally sponsored person in each of the sides. So that means you could have 1 person on one side and then 5 on the other. That counts as 6, right? 1 + 5 is 6. Or you could have 2 on the one side and 4 on the other. That counts as 6. Or 3 and 3. Whatever system you need to use that makes sense for you to build, That's how you want to build it. Always making sure there's at least one that you personally sponsor on one side. When you do that, you now qualify as a star. That means that you'll start making $10 a day. That's $300 a month, right? You can see the math that's up there. Now, what do you do? And we have had some people just become stars today. So they started their first $10 every day that they can see that comes into them in that cryptocurrency reward, in that VMM token. Now, if you look at the next level, what has to occur there? Well, you need to have a minimum of 10 sponsorships, or not 10 sponsorships, 10 accounts on each side. You still only need the original 6 that you personally sponsored, and then you need to have a total of 10. So that means these other locations could sponsor other people, right? Or these people that you brought in that you personally sponsored could sponsor other people or other accounts, and those accounts count towards your 10. You don't have to personally bring that in or open up those accounts or personally sponsor somebody in that account. You simply need to have 10 on each side. Now, does that mean you're going to have 10 on one and 10 on the other all the time? No. Does it mean more likely you're going to have 12 on one and 10 on the other, or 20 on one and 10 on the other? Yes, but once you hit a minimum of 10 on each side, now you're ready to qualify for the $20 a day. Wow, that's pretty simple, isn't it? Just think of that. You didn't have to do anything. You just had to help other people come in and help them share with their friends. You didn't do anything, and now you're making $20 a day. So that's $600 a month just for helping people to do what they've always done, spend money, right? I mean, this is a very simple program. Then you can see as you go down here, it's 25 minimum on one side, 25 on the other. Then you're a royal. We have some people that have made royal. We just had Tony become a bronze. What does that mean? That means he has 49 on one side minimum, and he has 49 on the other. Right now, he's much more than 49 on each side, because we have silvers coming up. And the next level that you get once you're past a bronze is that of a silver. So now, to get a silver, you have basically 100 on one side and at least 100 on the other side. And now, once you hit that point, you're making $120 a day. So you're making $3,600 a month. That's incredible. I don't know of a pay plan out there that pays like this. As a matter of fact, I can tell you that this paid plan pays out 78% of the money it brings in. And where's that money from? That money is from each time that we have somebody become a member. When they become a member, that money is paid out. It's a very strong pay plan that you're not going to find anywhere except here with the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. What's the second way that you can make money? First of all, take a look at this before we move on and see what can happen to you for your rewards that you're going to make as you bring people in. Look at it. Look at what it says there. 3,600, 4,500 goes down. Soon you're making over 20,000. And when you hit the top spot, you're making 150,000 a month. Can you do that? Absolutely, you can do that. Now you'll notice that there is a third team, the C team, the third team, which is really a team that starts. So you're building a whole new leg, and you start making money on that leg when you hit diamond. And that way, the money is able to be paid out to everyone, and you start making a lot of money now, and you hit that 150,000. I know that Simon is working on his third leg right now, and I'm excited to be participating with him as he builds his organization. Now let's look at number 2 way you get paid. That isn't what I wanted. Let's take a look here. Let me go through this. Let's go to the global bonus pool. Yeah. So the second way that we make money, and I apologize for that, I loaded up the wrong compensation plan. Hang with me for just a second so I can load up the correct one. Let me do that just real briefly. Sorry about that, guys. I'd rather get it right. And go over. Okay. Take it to where we were. Okay, here we go. Let me pull it back up. That happens. It's when you have too many of your PowerPoints and you don't read them before you click on them. That was a marked up one that led to this one, which is the actual one that was made. So let's talk about this. This is the leadership matching bonus. How does the leadership matching bonus work? Well, here's simply how it works. First of all, you have to be a star, right? You have to be a star first, and then you progress until you become a bronze. Once you're a bronze, then you qualify for the matching bonuses. What does that mean? Well, first of all, you already have the 6 people you originally brought in, right? So that qualifies you. And one of your members in your downline must have achieved a royal or higher. So that means that you are at the bronze and someone in your organization has achieved a royal. Now that's going to happen naturally because for you to get to bronze, that needs to really be one of the things that someone has achieved, because you need that kind of growth in order for that to happen. But if you haven't, you've got to make that happen first. So do you see how this plan is meant to motivate you to help the people that you have in your organization grow and to expand? Because then as you help them, you're getting paid for doing that. And you will receive a matching bonus of 5% of the daily that is paid in your downline level for level 1, for instance. That means all the people on your first level that you personally sponsor. This is like what I would call a sponsorship tree. All the people that you sponsored, you're going to be able to make 5% of what they're doing. Do you realize that most of those people are going, or most of those positions are going to be making a lot of money at that point? So you're going to have at least 6, right? So let's say that they do 10,000 each. You're going to make 5% of that, right? And then as you become a silver, you qualify for 5% on that level 2. So now you're making 5% of 360 about, right? So you could make 18,000. Now each of those numbers are going to depend on what kind of volume is being done on that level. I just put those on for an example so you can see with fairly degree of confidence that when you hit those, you're probably going to be somewhere in those levels of income at each of those sponsorship levels that are in there. So you get an additional 5% of what they're doing. That's a matching bonus for you. Are you motivated to help your people be successful? Very much so. You want them to be successful because the more they make, the more you make. And the third way that you make money in this program is with the global bonus pool. Now, when I say global bonus pool, what am I talking about? Well, we take 3% of the revenue of all the sales that happen with the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. Take 3% of those sales, and then they are divided up between 6 titles. So that means you've got, if you can look there, you see 20, 20, 15, 15, 15, and 15. That equals 100%. So that 100% of that 3% is split up between each one of those. Now, let's say you're a diamond. And let's just say that there was $100,000 in the pool. So you would have 15,000 in the pool as a diamond. Now, if you're the only diamond, and that would probably be likely, if you're the only diamond, then you're going to make what? 15,000. However, if there's 2 diamonds, then you're going to split that because each of you have 1 point in there. So you're going to get 7,500. So let's say you've done that, and now somebody's come into diamond and shared that with you, but you've moved up to blue diamond, and there's nobody in that pool. Well, you're in that pool by yourself. You're getting 15% of the 100,000, so you're making 15,000, and you were sharing the diamond pool, and you're making 7,500 there. So you made a total of what? 1,700. 1,700. See, 17,500. Oh, my brain. 17,500 is what you'll be making. So each time you hit one of those, you get a point towards that pool. And 100,000 is a very small number, right? So we know that that number is going to be substantially larger than that. So you want to hit diamond, right? You want to get there as quickly as you can, because that is going to be a tremendous boost to your income to get inside this global bonus pool. And I suspect this global bonus pool, for those who really take this and want to be leaders and work hard, they're going to be rewarded significantly for what they've done. This may be the largest part of their income. So what are the different ranks, and what do they mean? Well, as you move up in it, you see, we've talked about this already today. That is, what kind of money do you make daily? That was on that first chart that we had, the first way that we make money. So it's a star, and a superstar, and a royal, and you can see what the daily bonuses are, as well as, if you might remember, the graph that we talked about. What does it take to become a star? Let's talk about it again. To become a star, what you need to do is what? You must have an active, see if I can get this over here. Yeah, you must have an active monthly membership subscription, right? So that means you're either on the monthly 150, or you've purchased a big data program. Either way, now you're on that monthly service. You must personally sponsor 6 members, remember we talked about, with active membership subscriptions. So that could mean they purchased a big data package, or they're doing the monthly. Doesn't matter, either one. As long as they're an active subscription, then you have those 6 people. Remember, you need to have at least one on one side, and then you can put the others wherever you want. So you have one here and one here. Now the additional 4 members can go on one side or the other side, or you can split them up. But you need to have at least one of those personally sponsored on each side. Then, so that's what qualifies. So that's it. Once you've done that, you make your $10 a day, or you make $300 a month. That's what you get for sponsoring. And that's what you get for sponsoring these 6 positions that you personally have brought in and sponsored them. Now, what does it take for the next level of you to achieve? That's a superstar. What does that mean? Well, that means you still have these 6 individuals, right? Yet they have also brought additional people in. And now you have a minimum of 10 people on one side and 10 people on the other side. And now what does that qualify for you? That qualifies you for $20 a day, $600 a month. Now that's pretty easy, isn't it? That really is an easy thing to accomplish. And the next thing you're going to do is go for royal. What is a royal? That means you have 25 people as a minimum on each side. So you could have 25 on one side and have 35 on the other, right? Regardless, you just have to have 25. And did you have to sponsor these people? No, you've only sponsored what? These first 6 are the ones you personally sponsored, accounts that you personally brought in and sponsored. Now that means that do you stop sponsoring once you have 6? No, the more people you sponsor in this, the more accounts you sponsor, the better it's going to be for you. Why is that? Because when you get those matching bonuses, you want to have as many people as you can, as close as you can to you, so that you are making more and more bonuses. But just because you sponsor them, there's a sponsorship tree, right? You sponsor them, but they can go on either side. So if you're here at the bronze, right? So you have to have 49 people on each side. That means you might have on this side 30 your first 6 you sponsored, then another, 27 additional accounts that are in here somewhere on this side, and you didn't sponsor any of them, but you're making money off them. Then maybe could you sponsor another person in your organization somewhere down where somebody's working really hard? That's what you want to do. You want to help them to build their organization. Sponsor another account to help their business grow. And that's what you want to do. You want to help your team grow, because if you help them grow, it helps everybody. It helps you. It helps all the people that you have on your team. Everybody wins when you're helping others grow their business. And as you can see, it continues to climb, right? 99, 189, it continues up 500 people, and then you start making, and you'll notice the change here. Here you hit platinum, right? Now you hit diamond. What does a diamond mean? A diamond means that you have 400 people minimum in this third leg. 400 accounts minimum in this leg. And you have 600 basically in each of these 2 legs. And remember, you still had your 6 members that you personally sponsored. So that's still a qualifier for you, and it continues to be your qualifier throughout the entire time that you were making money. So, should you have more than just 6? Yeah. I would always recommend that you have 10 that you've sponsored. Why? Because what happens if somebody quits, or if somebody has something happen to them? I can't imagine anybody quitting, quite honestly, but people do strange things. And if you have another position, then you don't have to ever worry about that. If you have one that you've personally sponsored, then that's good for you, because you'll always qualify. So now you start building this third leg, and at a minimum of 400 people, then it starts to pay and starts to build up the income that you're doing, and you're making $15,000 a month. Then you're making 22 and a half, and as you build your organization up so that you can become what we call a crown royal, right? Now think of this. What have you done here? You have created not just this $5,000 a day income or $10 a day income. Remember, this isn't just in dollars. Dollars is okay, but the VMM token is much better. I highly recommend that you keep that token, because you're going to see the value of it rise. So what you're seeing today is worth more tomorrow. In other words, if you had 5,000 in tokens 3 months ago when the company started, it's now worth 4 times that. So now that 5,000 in tokens, $5,000 in tokens is worth what today? $20,000 in tokens. Can you see the exponential growth for you in these tokens? Not only as you're earning them for yourself, but as they earn value just by themselves because of what is known as supply and demand. And let's talk a little bit about that. Because Dogecoin is one of my favorites. I love talking about it because it started out $100. You could have bought some at 2015. 5 years later, you're looking at $772,000 value for that. Is that possible here? I would present to you that it could be a possibility. I think it's not just possible. I think it is probable. And so let's review our roadmap here at the VMM Token roadmap. In other words, this is the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program, right? So let's take a look. Launched on December 1st of last year. The V-Link Pay system came into being in the first quarter. Second quarter, you're going to Dubai. And if you haven't signed up for Dubai, it's time to do that. I know that we have sold the first 50 packages to go to Dubai. That means now instead of $500 you get for cash, you get $300 cash on the next 50 that sell. So take advantage of this right now, because you can get $300 as spending cash when you're there if you sign up right now today, and those will be gone. I promise, they'll be gone. And then the last 50, because there's going to be 150 people who can come to this, will only get $200. So put yourself into this next group and get signed up as soon as you can. And you're going to see some new tokens and some new opportunities for you to be involved with the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. And then you'll see in the third quarter, we'll be launching the V-Link MetaMall. And then in the fourth quarter, and this is really important in the fourth quarter, we'll be listed on 2 more exchanges and on CoinMarketCap. Now, for those of you who don't trade in this business, for those of you who don't maybe do a lot of cryptocurrency trading, I do cryptocurrency trading. And to be listed on an exchange, and also, so you know, I had a big mining operation I sold off. I've written ICOs, which are initial coin offerings. I understand this market a lot. When a company gets listed on these exchanges and on CoinMarketCap, it changes the structure of how that coin grows. What happens in a coin like this, because there is a limited supply and a high demand, it tends to cause it to grow a little faster. And so that, because then anyone who's out there in the exchanges, they can come buy some of the VMM token that you have. So when do you want to get as much token as possible? Well, I would suggest between now and the end of the year, you absolutely put rockets on your back. Okay? You have only one goal every day, and that is to bring in more people into the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. You put your blinders on, take off everything else out of your way, and make this the only single thing that you see and think about every day. Because when that hits, the token is going to rise. It's just supply and demand. And this makes the token incredibly valuable for you, for the company, and for us here in this program. And you need to understand too, that you're not going to have this. The opportunity to buy these big data programs is not going to be here forever, okay? As a matter of fact, one of them is going to be going away the end of April. And so you need to be taking advantage of these big data programs and getting your friends and family and getting more accounts in place for yourself as quickly as possible. Because once it hits a certain point, the company will not be selling them at all. They'll just service the ones that are there. Please do yourself a favor and get as many of them as you can and get inside this environment, get inside this cycle, and then you're locked in for the rest of your life to be able to do this with the VMM token. Then you can take a look at all the other things that we're going to be doing, and in 2026, listed on the top 5 exchanges, and expecting a value of 10 cents. I got to tell you, I think that is a really, really low valuation. Even though we're only at 0.0004 right now of a cent, I'm telling you, this is one of those rockets that you just need to strap on and get on for the ride, because it's going to change your life. It really is. It's going to change your financial life for certain. And many times when it changes our financial life, it changes a lot of things in our lives. And I'm excited to see that for so many wonderful, humble, and good people that I know that are in this business. They deserve it. So how do you make money? You make money with these 4 ways. Just remember it. You got to join, right? Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards. You got to do that. That's the first one. And you'll make up to $320. You net, $170 if you keep track of your receipts. And then once you've got those tokens, look at what number 2 is. Number 2 is what? The valuation of those tokens go up. We've already talked about that. That's where the big money is going to be made, by the way. So you want to get as many tokens as you freaking possibly can. And number three, the big data packages. We didn't talk about those today, but we talk about them when we're talking about the opportunity presentation. If this is your first time listening to this, understand, come to the presentation in the morning. That presentation's at 9 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Mountain. Come to it and see what the big data packages are all about, where you can make 200% plus on what you are putting into your big data package. And the fourth thing is what we just talked about. This is the one where most of the money is going to be made for you. I know you think that over here all the money's made. Well, that's where you get some of the tokens, but right here is where you can get more tokens than any place else. So what do? This is how the program works. You consume. You go out and spend money like you always have. And you're going to make savings. What does that mean? Cashback, cryptocurrency rewards. That's what we're talking about. And then what do you naturally do once you're making money like that? You share it with your friends. So thank you so much for being on here tonight. And I appreciate it. If you're first time coming here, I would recommend that you get with the person who sent you here tonight and ask them to help you get started with the VMM Cashback Cryptocurrency Rewards Program. Thank you for being here tonight, and I'll open this up for questions.